Well guys, it's been over a year since we made a video showing what our cost of living is living here on the beach in a rental house. And wow, it changed in many cases, many cases. Number one, if you're new to the channel, well, I'll show you a little bit of the house, but we renovated, right? Like the house, when we saw it as a rental, it needed more. It definitely needed more. And so we also had typhoons and all that kind of stuff. And so we've had to find a way essentially to keep it up and things like that. So there's incidental costs when it comes to living on the beach. And it's not expensive, but it's a bit of a pain. Like bringing an electrician in, I guess you're gonna charge you 500 or 1,000 pesos. It's not breaking the bank or anything like that. But for a day you might have no power while the guy finds the short from, well, all the salt air blowing in. Anyway, so let me show you, especially if you're new, you won't have an idea, but even people who've been watching a while, they haven't seen an update in a while. So right now we have somebody working here helping us out because, well, the last typhoon took away all of our sand. So you see where the paint was? That is how high the sand on the beach usually is. Don't mind, he's digging it right here because he's trying to backfill it back in again, because when the tide goes over, it drags everything out underneath the wall. Our sandbags we put the previous year, which were great because it prevented any real damage to our wall. The only thing that did get wrecked was our gate that flew out. Now last year we didn't even have a wall, we had a fence that got destroyed. So we did build this wall as well. And see, look at that. So that's crazy because normally you can walk right out. But here you go. We built this Kubo. It is amazing to be in. And we also built this one here, which I'll show you in a minute. That's to do with the neighbor's yard. I know how unpretty that looks, but it is what it is. But look at this. Look at this. This is the view. I do a lot of live streams from here. This is a beautiful view. And at night, when the tide comes in and the waves are all the way to here, crashing and everything, it looks stunning, amazing. I'll show you some of it after when we get further in. Man, we spend a lot of time here. It's all wired up. It's got power and lighting and everything. And for those who ask, no, those are fake plants. Nothing would live by the beach like that. These trees are coming back, thankfully, because they offer great shade. Anyway, so this Kubo, we had this built. We have this air mattress that, well, needs cleaning right now, but no big deal. It's easy to do. We put our projector in there when we want to watch movies, and we have a power bank speaker system that we just drop behind our ears. And if you are like as far as this, you're not going to hear it, but over there you can hear it perfectly. So the neighbors don't even hear our movies. Anyway, and we had this done. So we had a screen, but the typhoon took it out. But finally the neighbors gave us approval to paint their side of the wall because they're renovating their whole house. It's almost done. And so now we have this big movie projector screen painted here, and we were able to paint all of this. It's not an exact match with their brown, but it is with ours. Laura's trampoline that Ralph bought her for her birthday. One of our subscribers, now friends. And this is our rental house. So we had this built too, so we could have a little bit of shade over the bike. The seat's not going to be burning hot. Let's start upstairs. So when we first moved in here, there was no first floor. There was only that bathroom and the second floor, but we added everything. Lily here just got fixed, so her stitches are underneath that are still healing. So she's got all this on right now. Anyway, so this is the upstairs bathroom we built. We have city water, so the pressure is not rarely good enough to use this shower, so we almost never use it. Sometimes there's enough to use the bathroom, and that's about it. We didn't put a pressure tank in. Yeah, so anyway, we got our shoes on our landing here, and then as you see, this is the bedroom right now. Now, Catherine recently added, she loves to reorganize, so she rearranges everything. It's very dirty. Wow. That's the thing about leaving this open. Everything always needs to be cleaned. I know, you're really excited. Anyway, so she added this curtain here now because Laura's bed's behind there. We live very simple. it's a simple life. Oh yeah, it's up there. So she puts it together, and then Laura sleeps down there. And we even have this extra monitor here if we want to put a movie on up here, but we rarely do. It's got split aircon that we added. Used to have a window one that was right here, but we saved a ton of money since that last video on that. And then, yeah, we got our CCTV and our internet and everything up here, but this is another beautiful part of the house, is this amazing view here. We added this curtain here for the storm season. But yeah, it's so quiet here, peaceful, other than the road noise from, mufflers and stuff like that. But hearing the crashing waves, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Our Christmas tree, unfortunately, has metal in it. It's not golden, that's rust. So it's not gonna make it. But we don't have an indoor space that we could have stored it. But we sit out here sometimes. A lot of times we're down there. But it's a great view. Let's take you down now where Catherine is. I'll tell you what our cost of living is these days. Oh, and that's our for our driving range net, so we can set it up down at the end of the beach here and do some driving of the golf balls. So this is our indoor part of our kitchen where we have an oven, unfortunately not clean right now, and then underneath we have a bunch of other things, but we got a kettle there, and you can see we try to use as much of our little space as possible. We don't need a lot of space, but now that we've been here a year and a half, we seem to collect a lot of stuff. So even a rice cooker is down there with our hot and cold water dispenser unit. This whole area was built because it was an outdoor bathroom before, and so it allows us to go right in. But yeah, we use every little ounce of space of this room. You can see here's our dining table set here with 6 chairs. There you go. We moved a massage table over there. We've only used that, I think, twice so far. We had this beanbag ordered, and it's at a platform that we had built, so it's up off the ground, so that we can relax, as you can see. Catherine is doing right now, and watch TV on our, I think it's a 60-inch, something like that. But yeah, we had all these, we had to decorate a lot of these things because, well, only upstairs was came with furniture. We added the fridge too as well. And a split aircon down here, and separate power, so if there is a big enough typhoon that brought this and flooded all of this, we can shut the power off from the downstairs and upstairs separately. This is where we hang all our clothes so they can dry even if it's raining out. You know, we got our bottled waters here, and not much else is going on in here. And there's tools all behind here. This is a new thing. I didn't know we have this. I don't even know how to open it, so I'm not going to. But all our tools and everything are shelves in there. And the rest of the laundry is set up here. And our little dirty kitchen where we do our outdoor cooking here. Yeah, we don't mind the way it's set up. This we take out. So when I barbecue, I put it out there, and we keep charcoal and everything. So yeah, this is our whole outdoor spot. But then if I take you over to the other side quickly, this is the bathroom that existed, but we did renovate the ceiling and all that. But as you can see, the wiring and everything, we had to use what was available to us. So there you go. This is our little house on the beach, and we love it. You know, it is a very simple house. It actually makes life a lot simpler because, well, we're not home a lot, and if it was big, and you know, we already have people that we hire to come in and help us. But you can imagine if it was quite a bit bigger, it wouldn't be as easy. But yeah, so our total cost though, the rent is still 20,000 pesos a month. The electrical bill has plummeted down though. So we used to be 8, 9, 10,000 pesos a month. Now we're 4,000 to 5,000 pesos. Even though we added another split aircon, we added the hot water and the cold water tank system. We had the fridge is brand new as well. You know, everything, oven and all that, that's all new. When prior to that, it was just that window air conditioner that we had upstairs. Once we replaced it, our bills went plummeting down, and our cost for electrical was peanuts. We have fantastic internet here. So for our Wi-Fi, we only pay 1,600 pesos a month. sometimes I'm getting close to a gigabit up and down, which is incredible. And I can't complain at all. West Fardell, great internet company here in town. Yeah, anytime you need them, we just write them on Facebook, and they have a 24-hour guy that's one of their engineers that sits in their, I don't know, server room, I'm not sure. Anyway, and you just message him and he's like, okay, let me look. Okay, I've just reset it on your end. You should be good now, or whatever. So yeah, shout out to them. They've been awesome. And then when it comes to our water bill is typically always 300 pesos. I'm putting all the US dollar prices down below so you have a good idea. Our cell phones, we only still spend the same amount, 400 to 500 pesos a month. We don't really spend a lot on food because we typically eat once a day, with Laura being able to eat like 2 or 3 times a day. But we're still, like, I think before we only said we were really cheap, like maybe 10 or 12,000 pesos a month. And now we're about 16 to 17,000, and that's grocery shopping, right? Buying groceries here at home. We don't buy a lot of like steak and stuff like that. If we do, then we go to a restaurant and do it. Once in a while when we're at S&R, you see it's 500 or 700 peso, great steak, like really great. Like $8 can get you like a T-bone sometimes, or a tomahawk for $8. So then we'll buy it, but that's rare. Once every couple of months we'll buy that, and it just will replace the other food that we buy. So it's still about 16,000 pesos a month. And outside of that, like, our basic cost of living, it's really low. Our gas is really cheap. Insurance is super cheap on our motorbike. We don't have payments. We paid for that. And so our cost of living is smaller than when we first imagined. And it's hard to believe. Like, I'm going to put the total down there because I didn't add it up in my head. Should have done that, eh? But it's got to be like $600-700 a month. I'm able to live here on the beach. You spend most of your time outdoors when you live in a place like this. There's absolutely no reason to have a big indoor place when your backyard is like this. It's a paradise. Laura, what are you doing? And tonight, when we have the movie playing, I'll show you what this looks like. It's incredible. Crazy Laura. Look at you guys. Well, we just came back from the Canadian Beaver. Lots of people. It was packed. And everybody wanted to see Laura, right? Yes. Anyway, what a crazy busy night. What's that? Show stealer, that's right. Anyway, let me show you what it looks like at night when you want to watch the game in the backyard. Okay guys, here you go. This is what it looks like in the evening from our balcony. And now they got Houston. Who's Houston even playing? I don't know. Golden State. There you go. Golden State playing on the big screen. You can see the bed down there. And Kubo and these beautiful crashing waves. Doesn't that look amazing? So yeah, priceless. Priceless. But not really. It's 20,000 pesos a month after doing all these renovations myself. I think it's worth it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. My $600-700 life. You think it's worth it? What can you get for $600-700 a month back where you're from? That's at about $8,000 a year. Yeah. Now I know it doesn't include entertainment and all that stuff, unless you're counting the fact that we watch movies in our backyard. I get it. There is entertainment that we do on top of that every once in a while. If you go to the bars all the time, you're dating, all these things, you're gonna have more costs. But for us, our simple living, it's great. I love it. All right, we have a big thing where we're feeding and providing gifts for up to 400 kids It's going to happen in the next couple of days. So stay tuned. You can see what we're going to give back. You know, we didn't want Laura to just get too spoiled and always think that I deserve presents, I deserve presents. We wanted to teach her it's better to give than get. And so that's what we're doing this Christmas. And thanks to a lot of subscribers, we're going to be doing it. So stay tuned. Thank you for subscribing, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, guys.
And I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I